have subscribed to our YouTube channel. But that's a way to keep BHF movie alive and keep going. I will advise those who have been watching us and also have not subscribed that they should please subscribe. One of the ways to encourage the youth organization, the BHF Movies, BHF Foundation, is to subscribe to BHF Movies. Because by subscribing, you are keeping the channel on, you are encouraging the BHF Foundation to go on. BHF Foundation is a non-profit organization. It's a non-profit organization. Everything we do is solely by the help and participation of the friends of BHF, the friends and the trustees of BHF. They're the ones that make sure that we keep going on. We have programs from different schools, different universities. We are going deeper and deeper and deeper. Yesterday I was on better schools where we had program with the schools, the youths and their parents. The place was jam-packed, the place was filled up with their parents. And so we had to begin to teach on godly parenting. Now, because the problem starts from the parenting. The problem we are having today in the country, all over the world, is because most parents are no more parents. It's the children right now that train their parents, not the parents training their children. Some parents don't have the liver to even confront their own children when they do wrong. Some parents also take part in destroying the future and the destiny of their children because they are desperate. They're looking for money. We have situations where parents even bought laptop for their children to do Yahoo. That will tell you how low it has gone. We have parents where we receive and accommodate their children that comes home late. You see children coming to the house around 10, 11, 12. Some children go outside, they sleep outside, and they come the next day. Some daughters, you see the parents will be there. They will watch men, not their husband, men driving to pick up their daughter. They will be so happy because when the man is coming, he will buy one or two presents to the woman. It's terrible to be poor. Poverty is bad. Poverty has caused a lot of parents to lose respect. Poverty has caused a lot of parents not to be able to train their children well. Imagine where somebody is coming to pick up your daughter and you sit down there as a man, as a woman, you don't even know the guy, but because he came with car, he bought this, pick up your daughter. You're not married, you're not even about to get married. Pick her up in the morning and come back to drop her the next day. Pick her around 6 p.m. and come to drop her at home around 10 a.m. And they do nothing about it. That's the kind of parents we have today. I remember there was a program where I was going to Warri some time ago, and I didn't go with my car, so I left very early. By the time it was around to 6, I was already at an junction. An junction in Warri, where I was supposed to take a vehicle to where I was going to. And we saw some girls coming from club, but they have a lot of club around those areas. Some guys were coming from club around 5 a.m., 6 a.m. They were coming down, poorly dressed, drunk, and the rest. They were coming from club. And then we were wondering where are these guys? They look pretty young and small. It's maybe more than 15 years, 15, 16 years. So we said then, where are these guys coming from at this time, for goodness sake? From club at this time, going home? What kind of parents will allow this? And some of the women in the vehicle said, they should leave them alone. There's nothing wrong. How would they get husband if they don't go out? So we looked at them and I wonder. So they want to get husband in the club? Which kind of husband do you get in the club? Which kind of marriage? Do you think any sensible marriage will come out of marrying somebody that is just coming from the club, somebody you met in the club? So parents are no more standing on their ground to train up their children. It's so terrible. It's not only in Nigeria, even in the US, even in Europe. So we are living in a very dangerous time where the children are missing it because there's no more training. The parents and the children don't train them again. This is BHF Foundation, youth organization that is set up to be able to help the youths across the nations of the earth. Like I said, please subscribe to BHF on YouTube. Subscribe to BHF on YouTube so you can be able to get most of our teachings and press the notification buttons. And for those who are joining us, we just want to appreciate you for joining us. It's a whole lot of issues. It's a whole lot of issues, and it's so shameful now that we have a lot of parents today who poverty have made them not to think well. And to me, I don't see any reason why, as a parent, you will allow poverty to affect your reasoning. Poverty is affecting the reasoning of a lot of parents. They are not taking part in the training of their children anymore. It's the children that now train the parents, not the parents. Just look at America, for example. Look at the Western world, where they are not allowed to discipline their children. Somebody coming from US the other day is a Nigerian that is based in US. The wife called me some time ago and said he disciplined the son. And when they get home, the son went to school. The next day, they asked some questions, but they saw maybe a mark in his body or dress. They asked questions here and there. And some people are coming from the welfare department or so. They said they are coming to the house to investigate, to find out what went wrong, how he got that mark. And they gave the boy a lot of questionnaires to answer in school to show if the father is a bully, if the mother is a bully, blah, 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 blah. Now, I don't encourage going to the extreme. There's no doubt about that. I don't encourage going to the extreme, but I don't discourage discipline either. You have to discipline your children. It's in the nature of every child to have foolishness in him. And so it is the rod of correction that will bring up the child. So anywhere you are, you discipline your children. And just like I told them yesterday during the program we have situations where some parents now, especially those money misruled parents, those women who never thought in their life they will be able to own a car, because when you see a woman that is from an extremely poor family, and one way or the other she run into money, you see the way she behaves. This is the kind of people that tell you, I will deal with you. These are the kind of people that go to the class. They go to their children's school to deal with the teacher. I will call police. I will arrest my student teacher because the teacher beat up your child. You see how foolish these women are. These are foolish women. These are people I call money misruled. These are people that they are not supposed to have money. It was a mistake, and that's the kind of prayer we pray, that some people are not supposed to have money. And this set of women belong to those set of people, because if they have money, they will cause problem in the world. They will not respect their home, they will not respect their husband, they will not respect a lot of things. But when you see a girl that is come from a rich home, you will know. I mean, many years ago when I was in school, there was a girl I was trying to. There's a girl in school. She's secretarial studies or so, very, very humble, very quiet, dressed moderately. So I was trying to go out with her then, I remember. And so one way or the other, she looked so ordinary. So she gave me her address where they stay. So I went to look for her with my friend. We searched and searched. By the time we got to the address that she gave, we knocked the door. When we saw the house, everything in the house, I was about telling the gate man that, sorry, the person I'm looking for does not stay here. He said, what's the name of the person? Then I called her name. She said, she's around. My God, if you see the father's house, you'll be amazed. Wonderful father's house. You see the father's house. So this girl that looks ordinary, she's from a rich home. But again, something happened in school. Then I remember when we were in Auchi Polytechnic. I remember when they had this accident, rag day accident, where a lot of students died. That went for rag day. So the news got to Benin, and a lot of people from Benin, they came to Auchi to check if their children were involved. The whole place was filled up with people. There are some women that left market with oil in their body. They are marketers. If you see some students, when they saw their parents coming to school, they were hiding. They saw their parents coming from school, they are hiding because they don't want their parents to know that they don't want the students to know that these are their parents. So what am I trying to say? Those who come from rich home or who finally become rich, there's a reason. There's a way they reason. They reason differently from those who are from poor home that stumble into money. And these are the ones that go to the schools to fight their children's teacher. Their children's teacher. They make so much noise. But these children must be disciplined. These children must be disciplined. Without discipline, you will end up producing producing children that will become a problem to you in future. As I used to say, if you don't allow your child to cry today, you will cry tomorrow. If you don't allow your child to cry today, you will end up crying tomorrow. And I pray to God that will not be your portion. The children must be disciplined. Discipline. The parents must set up standard. When we were growing up, they were standard. You're not supposed to get into the house anything from 7 p.m. Once it is 7 p.m., you are supposed to be in the house. You should not be outside the gate. That's how we grew up. Until now, I still feel that way. You can't be a parent and your daughter went out and she's coming back 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock. Your daughter, your own son, coming from where? I don't understand it. You allow your boy to be outside, you allow the girl to be outside by 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock in the night. And she will come back, they will open door for her, give her food to eat, she'll go and sleep. You can't try that in my house. You can't. You can't. Once it is 7 p.m., you should be at home. When you stay in my house, you must obey my instruction. Even if okra tree is taller than the owner, when the owner wants to pluck the okra tree, he will bend the okra tree down and pluck it up. But it's a terrible situation now when the parents cannot do anything because it's even the daughters, they provide the needs of their mothers. They buy phone from them, phone they get from boys, phone they get from Yahoo, phone they get from one thing or the other. So the parents have lost the voice, they have lost the authority, they have lost the capacity. They can't give any instructions anymore because it is the children that are producing the money. And that's why we're having this problem. I mean, some years ago, about 2 years ago, on AIT News, we saw a boy that killed his mother for rituals. They showed the child in the news, killed the mother for rituals and have sex with the corpse. Some 2 years ago also, we saw a young boy, 14 years old, around the Mowe area of Lagos, of Ogun State, 14 years old boy, that took the father to the house of a ritualist and wanted to use his father for rituals. He wanted to use his father for rituals. They got to the house. And when the ritualist saw the father, he had mercy on the father. And what did he do? He just told the father to sleep. Let the father lie down. The father lied down. I mean, when he sent the boy on an errand to go and get some things, the boy went to get some things, and he told the father to lie down. He lied down. He told the father that, do you know why your son brought you here? Your son brought you here because they want to use you for rituals. The father could not believe his eyes. He said, what do? You just lie down. So when your boy comes, your boy will think that I've hypnotized you. Then when we begin to discuss, you will hear everything that we will say. The father said, do not believe that the own son brought him for rituals. No, the son told the father that he had issues with somebody, is a man, and he wants his father to come and help him and talk to the person. Not knowing that, no, he wanted to use the father for rituals. They got there, the father lied down. The father lied down, and they got discussing. Yeah. So when the boy came back, the boy saw that the father had lied down, thought he had been hypnotized, and they started discussing on how they want to use him for rituals. The father could not believe that his own son, biological son, wants to use him for rituals. That's the world we're living in. If you don't discipline your children, and show them the right way, they will end up becoming a problem to you. I spoke to a young man some time ago, University of Lagos, that was a cultist, and he was confessing to me how he used his mother for rituals. His own biological mother. Young boys. because there's a desperation now in the land, a desperation to make money. You have a son who is 16 years old, and he came back with an SUV that he bought. He bought an SUV and also bought uh, probably bought an Islander for you to drive for the parents. He's 16 years old. What is he doing? You don't take time to ask the boy what he's doing that gave him the money to buy such cars. You're happy with the car, but what did he do with it? One day, it's not going to be long. He will also use you for rituals. That's the more reason why you must ask your children. They must be disciplined. When we're growing up, the parents will always ask, where did you get this shirt from? Because my parents know my clothes. They know the clothes they bought for me. They'll ask, who has these clothes? And once you say, okay, no, it's my friend's clothes, he will tell you, take the clothes now. He will even escort you to your friend's house and go and drop the clothes with him. I don't want anything that does not belong to you in this house. We have lost our morals. The values are no more there. The parents have missed it. And it's a tragedy. The Bible says, train up a child in the way he should go, and he will not depart from it. And so, are you training up your child to be a useful member of the society? Because the virtue you are training your child with today will stand with your child later. That's why the Bible says, train up your child the way he should go. When he's old, you will not depart from it. The discipline you instill on your children today is the discipline they will go with. It is better. Discipline you instill on your children, they are far better than the money you will leave for them. Or your inheritance, the money you are working for now, by the time you leave it for your children who are not disciplined, wherever you find yourself in heaven or hell, you'll be amazed that all what you work for have been destroyed. There's a particular property I know very well in Lagos, Judu Bega. One of the houses, the man has a lot of houses, but he asked that he should bury him in one, believing that that one will be secured. The children end up selling the whole house. And we are amazed to discover that even the one they buried the man, they sold it. And the person that bought it told them to come and dig up their father's grave. And they brought people to dig up the grave. And nobody knows where they threw the remains of the man because they sold everything. You are taking a big risk if you don't train your children. Because if you don't train them, everything you are working for now is waste. And it's so important you understand that you are not going to stay in this world forever, whether you like it or not. Don't be deceived. Always remember that you will go one day. We all will go one day. As far as you are born, you will also die. This is how the world was created. We are not created to live forever here on earth. The world is a stage, it's just a journey. We are actors on that stage in this life. We are all actors. One day we will finish our role and we'll step aside. Who are you handing over the baton to? The baton of your family. The business, the things, the houses, all what you are doing now, who will you hand them over to? Have you prepared your children to take over from you? The company you are running now, the business you are running that is doing so well, have you asked and prepared who will take over from you? Because somebody will take over from you. It's just a matter of time. It's not a cost, it's a matter of time. Your days are numbered. My days are numbered. But the Bible made it very clear, train up a child in the way he should go. It is possible under youthful, how do they call it now? Under peer pressure, youthful exuberance. After you have trained up your child, you might have one or two display of youthful exuberance here and there. But because you have trained that child, by the time the child is getting older, it is easier for the child to focus on the training that the parents have given to them and they return back to God. I say that in my own case. I was properly trained up as a young boy, strong boy. But when I got to my teenage age, there's this youthful exuberance. I found myself moving towards being a cultist. became a cultist, I became this, I became violent, I became doing all kinds of immoral things. But at the end of the day, I still came back to God and I'm serving God. I used to smoke a lot, I used to drink a lot, but I don't do those things anymore. Because they have been trained. The training will come back to you. No matter how old you are, as you are getting older, no matter how bad you are, you will still return back to the training that your parents have given to you. Train up a child in the way he should go. And when he's old, he will not depart from it. Are you training your child the right word? Do you know that it is easier to uproot a seed than to uproot a tree? Whatever evil you find in your child today, it is possible to uproot it as a seed than when it becomes matured as a tree. It becomes difficult to uproot. You must discipline your children. Find out who their friends are. They are your children. They are not your parents. Discipline them. Never will a child get bigger than the parents. There's an old saying that a child might have more new clothes than the parents. More new clothes. But a child cannot have more rag than the parents. The parents has more rag. The child has more new clothes. Those rags are testimonies of experience. I was speaking to some youths the other day that came to me. Some of them were cultists. They were involved in cult activities and they shed a lot of blood and committed so many sins. I was talking to them and I was advising them because they were cultists, terrible cultists that have blood on their hands. I was talking to them. They came to see me at home then and I advised them. Yes, there's a time for youthful exuberance, but there's a time to back out. Find out what your children are doing on the internet. Like I said, there are a lot of activities taking place on social media now. And the devil also has taken part of social media. Social media is good. It's a very good tool to propagate the gospel, to talk about the gospel, to reach people. But social media is dangerous. There are a lot of sites that are occultic sites. They have demonic sites, pornographic sites. At any particular point in time, find out from your children. They are your children. They might be in the university, but they are your children. You'll find out from them who they are chatting with, which site they are. Because we've seen a lot of children that have been destroyed by being on social media. We've seen them. There's a guy in 400 levels in Soka that stopped going to school. To the parents, he doesn't want to go to school anymore because Western education is rubbish. Western education is that, is this, is this. So he doesn't want to go to school anymore. And he dropped out of school 300 levels because of what he got in social media. I had on that one again from social media who destroyed himself, who believed that is something special. Who believes so much that Jesus is a black man. And so they lie that Jesus is a black man. So the people lie. So you want to step out of Western education. A lot of crazy things are taking place, especially by the youth of this generation, because they've been influenced by information they got from the side. And I told this young man, whether Jesus is black or white is not relevant. What is important that he is the Lord and Savior of the world. And that you accept him as your Lord and Savior, whether he's black or white. So there are many things that are taking place that are going on. That if you don't begin to monitor your children, what they do on TikTok, look at what they do to generate content. Girls being naked, married women even naked, coming from bathroom and trying to enter her room, and as she turned back, she make sure the wrapper fell off so they can show her backside. This is content people are developing, evil content. No more shame. People are desperate because they want to make money. So you see that these structures are set up by the devil to take more people to hell. And so it's important that you don't take part in such things. You discipline your children. There's nothing wrong with disciplining your children. Discipline them. Make them understand that life is a process. Make your children understand that life is a process. You work to it. You work towards being comfortable. Work towards making money. Work towards getting things. Allow them to understand that nothing is free on earth. You have to work for it. Allow your children to work. Because if you don't work now, The time they're supposed to use to work, if they use it to play, the time the children are supposed to play in life, they will use it to work. So we must make sure that they get the children involved. They must be work. They must know the value of hard work. I don't care how many house help you have, 20 house help, 30 house help. Make sure your children work. They take part in sweeping the house, they wash plates, they wash clothes, they do many things. So that they will know the value of working. Don't make them believe that they can cut corners. They can pay somebody to work for them. Let them work themselves. They are growing up. Make them understand that hard work pays. But creative work is far better and it pays better. So they can become creative in their work. They will know the value of hard work. It's so important. You are a father, you are an alcoholic, you drink a lot, and you are drinking beer and drinking stout, drinking everything, smoking cigarettes, all in the front of your children. You are teaching your children the wrong thing. And you are surprised when they grow up and become drug addicts because you teach them. There are some parents also that send their children to go and buy cigarette for them. Some send their children to go and get involved in things that are unethical. Young children, they go to buy cigarettes, they go to buy drugs. For their parents, go to buy alcohol. This is part of the problem. There's a verse in the Bible I love a lot to say the things that Jesus began to do and to teach. These are the things you do. The things you do at home affects your children also. It's not about what you not about what you tell your children. It's about what you teach them to become. If you're a woman, you're a parent, you are fighting with your husband regularly, your children are watching it. They will think that's the way of life. And be rest assured that child, that daughter, that son will end up becoming a fighter when he gets married. And many years ago, there's a married woman in Festac I know very well. I normally go to the house regularly. The woman has a boy. She stays in Festac, but her boyfriend stays in Isolo. She will prepare food. The husband gave her money to prepare food for the household. She will divide the money into two. But the husband was involved in 419. We divide the money into two and prepare food for the boyfriend. And give the food to her 16 years old daughter to carry the boyfriend food to the boyfriend in Isolo. Now, what do you think the child will become? So the parents are part of the problem. They complain about the youth getting out of hand. It's sad and unfortunate that the youths are getting out of hand, but who made them to get out? Part of the problem is the parents. Part of the problem is the parents. I know a girl very much that has a girl that I know, the parents, she has different boyfriend. So at times when the parents come, they will call, it's even the daughter that will go and call. I mean, when the boyfriend comes, it's the daughter that will go and call. There was a time that this woman invited the boyfriend to come and spend time in her matrimonial home because the husband was sick. They took the husband to the hospital. So throughout when the husband was in the hospital, I'm telling you what I know, not what I read. When the husband was in the hospital, she was there with the boyfriend having sex. She was there with the boyfriend having sex. He even took the boy to her own matrimonial bed where he was having sex with him while the husband was sick. These are the kind of parents that we have. There are some parents that are not fit to be parents. There are some parents that are costs. And for children who came up from bad parents like that, I pray that God will show you mercy. I used to tell myself, I said, if I was God, there are some people that should not have children because they are adding to the problem of the world. They are the one that spoiled their children. So a few years ago, I went to a jubilee with my friend. That was where we met a mother and a daughter. They were fighting over a boy. This young man that has money through 419, he was sleeping with the mother and the daughter. And the daughter discovered that the boyfriend He's also sleeping with the mother. So they were fighting. I was there. I was trying to hold the fight. He stole my boyfriend. Imagine a daughter telling the mother that you stole my boyfriend. That's the society we are living in. So there's a lot of focus on you, but who are responsible? The parents are responsible. If we have reasonable and godly parents with the fear of God, we'll have better youth. That's why we started set up BHF to give advice to the youth, because we know that some parents don't be here. Some parents are useless, shameful, terrible. A mother that wakes up from sleep, after she eats and the rest, she settles down with a bottle of big stout. I know parents, I know women like that. They drink about 4 big stout in the morning. The children are there. The woman is an alcoholic. They tell me why the son will not be an alcoholic. The son or the daughter will be an alcoholic. These are the things he sees. These are the things the woman does, the man does. The man is drinking 24 hours of the day and smoking. He's a chain smoker. Of course, your children will become an Igbo smoker. They will improve on the evil you have done. The children will always get worse because you set up a worse standard. If you set up a good standard, the children will be good. But because you set up a worse standard, the children will be worse. That's the problem we're having. The parents have failed. It's the failure of motherhood. The failure of fatherhood is what we're experiencing today. You don't have strong parents who will take strong decisions. It's quite sad. It's quite unfortunate. It's sad, shameful, it's painful. But we pray to have parents who can stand their ground to rescue their children from the decadence we are feeling now. And I begin to ask myself, in the next 10, 15 years, what will happen if we continue to move in this trajectory, in this direction? We continue to move with this kind of parents, this kind of shameful parents, deceitful parents, parents that have lost it completely. Most parents have lost it, and unfortunately, their children have also lost it. This is time out with Elo David. We're talking about some of the things that are wrong with our youth, and trace them to the fact that parents have failed. The parents are part of the problem we are facing today. You see the parents giving money to teachers to help them in WAEC. The parents. You see parents trying to ask, please, how much do we pay? How much do we pay so that we can assist the youths, my children, to write exam? It's the same parents. We have seen professors who are parents who are rigging elections. Look at the last election. These are parents. Because of money, they don't speak the truth. We have the bench and the bar. The judges are parents. So when judges begin to collect money to give wrong judgment, what kind of seed are they sowing? And that's what we have in Nigeria today. And good judges everywhere. That's why Buhari came. When Buhari came the first time, he wanted to sanitize the judiciary by arresting the judges. Because these are long-time decadents. These are judges who are giving wrong judgment. They collect money from you. They collect money from governors, from this. That's why I think the best thing to do is to ensure that we have a credible election. And once you notice an infraction, let the people rise up and condemn it. Because you are wasting your time if you think you want to gather evidence and you want to go to the judiciary. Once the guy, INEC declared the guy winner already, there's nothing the judges will do. The guy is in a position right now to release more money for the judges. And it's corruption that leads. The second God we worship in Nigeria is money. The system is highly corrupt from the leadership downward. It's corrupt. It's not just about the president or governors alone. The average Nigerian man is corrupt. The one that is selling rice in the market is corrupt. The one selling beans is corrupt. Check the cup he's using to measure rice for you. Check the cup. The cup he will use to measure rice for you. Check it. It has been worked on, dent on. You think you are buying 1 cup of rice. You don't know you are buying half cup. Check what he will sell to you. They've all been tampered with. They use fake measurements, fake things. People buy fake and expired things and they work on the expiring date. There's a way they can change it. We see them selling drugs, fake this, because of the desperation for money. And these are parents. These are parents. So the parents are part of the problem in Nigeria. I don't know of other countries, but the Nigerian parents have failed. It's a shame. Very few parents, very few. The Nigerian parents have failed. Your daughter is using iPhone. Ask her where she got the money to use iPhone. Your daughter that is in secondary school that you are paying her school fees. She came with iPhone 16 Pro Max, iPhone 15. The phone they buy with 1.5 million, 1.2 million. Your daughter is using iPhone. How did he get the money to buy the iPhone? Who bought it for her? You don't ask questions. Your son is driving cars, different cars your son that is driving. Ask your son how he got the money. Ask questions. Parents should ask questions. Because if you don't do, you are destroying the child. It's just a matter of time. You are destroying the child. You must bring up a disciplined child that will take over from you when you are no more. Because we are all of us, our days are numbered. And we must make sure that we leave a legacy behind by training up our children and insist that they must do the right thing. The INEC chairman is also a parent, where politicians now buy. Nowadays, the vote does not count in Nigeria. It is those that count, the votes that count. Somebody rig election, they'll begin to use technicality. They will be looking for technicalities. When they know already that this thing is true, they will look for a way to manipulate the system. Look at what's happening in different states. In fact, you can't even vote out a bad leader in Nigeria today. You can't. You are trapped. Once INEC make mistake to call the election and they say this person won, for you to remove him from office becomes difficult. Because you cannot vote out a bad leader. The only person who can call a Democrat in Nigeria today is Goodluck Jonathan that consider election. Nobody consider election in Nigeria. Even when it is obvious, the street, take census in the street, take sample. Terrible leaders that people are praying that their tenure will expire as they leave. If they go for the election, they win again because INEC will ensure that your vote does not count. It is those that count, the votes that count. And once they collect money, look at the last election. The Buhari government gave INEC over 305 billion naira to prepare for election. Then look at the election they conducted. Rubbish election. Everybody knows that it's a rubbish election. Professor Mahmoud conducted one of the worst elections in Nigeria. And that's what it's not a young man. That's what the world will remember him for. His family, his children. They remember him as the INEC chairman that conducted the worst election. People have the view that money's change hand. I don't know if money changed hand. I don't know why they conducted the fake election. Fake election. You have their spokesperson then, only Bowman that was going about, we are going to do this, beavers. But when they came, they didn't define a reason for it. Then they go to the constitution and tell you that the constitution does not tell you to use beavers. When they know that that's the only way you can get a credible election, then why introduce it in the first place? The government will set up a law and they will put a loophole where you can escape from it. A loophole where you can escape from it. It's a very big shame. We have not just presidency now, across every area. INEC chairman, this chairman, EFCC chairman, police, this one, this or that. We have one of the worst leadership in the history of Nigeria. Everything across board, we have only very few people that you can say, yes, they're effective leaders. They are all Ngunje leaders. And people are beginning to ask why it is deliberate that the government decided to make the people poorer, so it to be easy to bribe them. Because never before in the history of Nigeria have we had this kind of economy, with this kind of poverty. People are desperately looking for food to eat. They are suffering. So the government decided to make the people poorer because it is easy to bribe a poor man than a comfortable man. The economy is worse. I've asked myself and I said, if those in power now think that, if things continue like this, how do they think they win the election? And somebody replied and said, they've won the election already now. They appoint the next chairman, they appoint this, they appoint that. It doesn't matter how bad the economy is, they've already won the election because it's not those that vote that count. It is those that count the vote. Until we meet again tomorrow, I want to say to the parents, the life and destiny of your children is in your hand. Please train them well. Train them well. Make sure they do the right thing because these are the ones that will take over from you. And if you want to get it right, teach them right. And you have a wonderful, that's when you rest in peace. Because you will never rest in peace when you have bad children that are taking over you. Wherever you are, you'll be there and watch them put all your hard work to shame, to big shame. All what you have worked for, to the twinkle of an eye, they are gone. So train up a child the way he should grow, that when he's old, he will not depart from it. Please have a wonderful day. This is BHF Foundation. Don't forget to subscribe to BHF Foundation, where we talk to the youth almost on a daily basis, trying to talk to the youth and tell them to do the right thing. It's the house. The family is the best school to train up the children, the family. You don't spoil your children and think that the best thing for you to do is to take them and dump them in school so that the school can change your children for you. No. The most important lecturer is the mother and the father in the department of homeschooling, home training. Home training is a school, and the mother and the father, they are the lecturers. Please, lecturers, do the right thing. I pray that your children will come out as the best. I pray that your children will do well. Have a wonderful day. We'll meet again tomorrow. Please subscribe to BHF Movie on YouTube and press the notification button to help this channel to grow and to help support the youth. Thank you very much.